Hello and welcome to this evening's race. It is your boy Racer 001, aka Lewis, here today. Apologies if the graphics are downgraded. This is on the PS4 platform. The reason being, I do have a PS5, but when we tried doing this with my PS5 console last time, it was a nightmare, put it this way, and I know my PS4 it works, so it's much better to get the streaming done that way on the Twitch platform rather than it being on my YouTube account, which has about 10 subscribers. So, welcome everyone, good evening. We are at Monaco, the Principality, and it is just me commentating for the time being. If Matty crashes, he will join me, so we'll see how that plays out. We've already got 5 live, 5 on there already. Let me know if the Twitch stream, as we speak. So yeah, just let me know if you can't hear me or say anything. Yeah, just put anything you want, put that in there, as we are looking forward to what is going to be always an exciting qualifying session around here, because there's just no room for error, and the race as well should be exciting towards the beginning. There may be moments where the race gets a bit boring, but it depends really. It depends. In my race on Tuesday, exciting first stint as soon as, but it's so easy to get wing damage, and it just separates the field because people need to pit, whatnot. I'm expecting high level quality in the EU1 today. I don't expect there to be no damage, of course. It is Monaco after all, and guys really pushing it to the limit. It is just so hard though. It gives you the respect of the drivers in real life, really does, because it is the toughest race. Doing that race 110% is almost impossible, I personally think. I think there's got to be times when you're racing around here where you have to, if you have the gap, to just take it a little bit easier. Don't go so hard, particularly when the tyres start to wear out, if you're on the medium tyre or even the soft. The hard is a very confident tyre, and will go the distance, but other than that, it is a bit of a struggle. So yeah, it's just one of those really tough circuits. The next circuit I'd say is second toughest in my estimations is Singapore, just because of how long that race is. Takes about an hour to do that race, and it's again a faster track, a little bit wider circuit obviously, but again, you mess up, you hit the wall. So Monaco, Singapore, they're my two toughest, but this one definitely cuts it for the easiest one to get wing damage, the easiest one to retire, and the hardest to overtake in. So qualifying is so important, and despite the short lap, you can get quite a difference in lap times because of how tricky it is to get around. So let's have a look, see who is on a qualifying run so far. We've got Marina who's about to start one. Matty is, let's put detail tyre. Matty's on an out lap? Oh no, he's on an in lap. Sorry, he's on no, he's not on either. He is on a hot lap, I believe. So he is on his first run. It says 0 laps. We could be on. Yeah, he's on an outlet. DRS. So let's see in that case. Weirdly, it didn't say. Steve. I think he's on an in lap. So Prentice is in the pits. Marina is on a hot lap, I know that, as Troy goes fastest, our race championship leader, 1 minute 10.7. Marina, my fellow Alpine driver, representing the team for EU1. Oh, he loses the back end and he has to go in the pits. Getting too hasty there. So Marina has got another yellow. Let's see, is Fruitful on a hot lap? Yes, he is. No, he's not. He's not, in fact. He's on a out lap. Now he is going for the 4-1. So let's see what Fruitful can do on this lap. I do really like the onboards around Monaco. It just doesn't wide entry and get in tight. Lovely. Commit into that casino square. Avoid the bump. Braking downhill, so easy to miss your apex. You hear the tyres squealing. Oh, and the rear's almost going. That car is dancing right now. Misses the apex for what used to be called the Lowe's hairpin. To back. It looks good. He's on that power. Wheels spinning away. Not good traction. So we go. Another E. Oh, yeah, invalidated. Yeah, just cut too much of the bus stop. I mean, the lap looked very on edge, but I think that's how you get the ultimate time. So unfortunately, Fruitful, he's got plenty of time left, so expect him to continue. We've got a few people. Minions now on a hot lap. The yellow sector 3. Don't know why. Slow moving Aston Martin, getting out of the way of his teammate. So Minions, he's only 400s down in sector 1. That's nothing. He'll be able to regain that shortly. Going through to back. I hope I'm getting the name right, but I'm sure it's to back. I will load it up shortly. We had a comment from Shiam 565. Go Steve, yes, go Steve. Steve was doing well. I can't remember if he was finishing it. At one point he was 5th. Oh, Minions clips the wall. I think that's to back actually, isn't it, that corner? I'm gonna get the I'm getting the Monaco circuit guide up here. Right, as Minions comes towards the line, it's a 1 minute 10. It's a 7 point. Was that an improvement? It was difficult to see actually because something just popped up there. Oh, we got another retiree, and that is Casino Square. That's the house of Lopez. No improvements for him then. Monaco Grand Prix circuit. Let's have a look so I don't make a mess of a nuisance of myself. Here we go. Yeah, in Portier, that's it. Portier is the top corner for tunnel. To back is the corner before the swimming pool section. I've got there. Better late than never. So let's move on. Vamo is on an outlap and he completely misses the apex. He gets out of the way of an Aston Martin that he thought was on a hot lap. Matty Robbo is on an outlap. There's a lot of people on an outlap. Oops, Steve has had an off. He is facing the wrong way. He just needs to get out of the way because he is ghosting. Jay Prentice is on a lap, is he? No, he's on an in lap now. Jamie is just started a lap. So we'll watch Jamie. Oh, actually no, Troy. I think he's on a hot lap. Yeah, let's go Troy. Troy is 3/10 up on his previous best. Hello, our championship leader, looking very good. Already has a massive amount of time in sector 1. Huge. I mean, this is a short lap. Oh, it looks so tidy. Going in through the tunnel. Don't hit that wall on the inside. Choose your breaking point 100 metres. Later than that, super late. Oh, and he gets that apex perfectly. Cuts it, but not enough for it to be a penalty. Through to back. Committed swimming pool section. Don't get too much of the curve, else the back end will kick out. Oh, he didn't quite get that curve right. I didn't see what his sector 2 time was. I was too busy looking at how the thing was driving. Final corner. It looks good. Is it going to be enough for provisional pole as he makes it tight down the straight? It's a 110. Oh yes, 110.018. That is well clear of everyone else so far. He has put the marker down. Epic lap from Troy. Wow. Now let's see who else. Jamie did improve. He's now P5. Vamo's coming towards the line. He improves 110.6. I'm going to go to... Where are you? Matty. I think Matty's on a hot lap. Indeed he is. popped up. It's saying he's not using any of his ERS. If he is going for it, I kind of want to make him aware. Matty, you're not using your ERS, but I'm sure he's aware. He doesn't look like he's going quick either. So Matty, 113.5. He is down P12 at the moment. And we got a slow-moving Red Bull of Wacky Races. Fruitful is on a lap. Let's finish this, and it's a purple second sector, but that is part and parcel. Oh, he hits the wall. He does a Verstappen from a 2018, I think. Yeah, 2018. But this game allows him to continue. I don't know if he got any wing damage. Here he comes towards the line. What can he do? It's a 110.5, 110.4 rather, so it's still good enough to get that onto the front row. It's a McLaren 1-2 currently with 3 minutes 55 seconds remaining. Trying to get back on. There we go. There we go. Matty, hi Lewis. Hello Matty. Hello Matty. I'm there. I'm cheering you on. My fellow, well, my former Tier 2 comrade. Many good battles. We enjoyed our battles together. And look at you now doing Tier 1 as a guest around the toughest track possible. And by the way, excuse me if I occasionally have to cough up. I'm at the very end of a cold that I got late last week. So occasionally I might have a to clear my throat, but it's much better than it was a few days ago, so should be fine. As the guys come out for their final runs, is there anyone on a hot lap? Wacky Races is. Concept isn't. Troy going out lap. Minions is on a hot lap. So Minion's the only one? Nah, he can't be. He must be coming in. He's got no energy left. So everyone then is either in the pits or coming out. The question is, who's going to be the person who gets there first for their hot lap? It could be Jay Prentice. In fact, it is Jay Prentice. So let's... We've got Jay Prentice coming. But you know what? I think we have to see Troy. I think it's going to be Troy. We have to see whether Troy can improve here. He's going to do his. He's given himself enough time so that if he does invalidate early enough in this hot lap, that he can save his tyres and go for another lap, because you don't have the issue this year of having to carry that tyre that you qualify on into the race. So just go for it. And here he goes. He is going for it. Go back on board with him. Back on my screen, so through now Massenet and Casino Square. I think he's already back down. Yeah, he's already back at 8 tenths down. So yeah, he's going to save for another lap, which is why I guess he did that. So let's go to Jay Prentice as he is going through the bus stop now. Sector 2. He is coming towards to back. He's 3 tenths up on his previous best. It's looking good for Jay Prentice. Oh, and he invalidates. He completely messed it up there. That's such a shame for Jay Prentice. He was looking. Oh, and he's just crashed. I think he's just mad at himself. And he was looking, to be honest, he's retired. I don't blame him. There's a few people. I expect quite a few people here to invalidate, pushing, knowing that they've got laps covered already. Fruitful is yellows in turn 1. I do not know why, but Fruitful is on a hot lap, and so is Troy. So can Fruitful, this is the important one, can Fruitful knock his teammate off the perch at Monaco? Oh, it's a little bit squirmy. It's a slight improvement, but Troy, Troy's not improving. So that's the crucial bit. Troy is a 10th down currently on his previous best. And it's always harder when you're in provisional pole and you do a really solid lap. As I've got the checkered flag, and it is the checkered flag, so Steve and Wacky are not going to improve on their laps. Be interesting to see what Matty does. And he gets it right this time, again, I should say. Fruitful coming into back. Oh, swimming pool section, this is the tough one. He doesn't hit the water. Oh, it looks good. Bamo's retired. Oh, he's really going for it. A little bit late. Braked a little bit hard. Here we go to the final corner. Anthony Noakes is down the line. It's obviously an improvement. Is it enough? Oh, it's almost so close. It's thousandths of a second, 7 thousandths. Now here comes Red Skepper, he's not going to improve. We've got Jamie, he's not going to improve. Matty pitted as well. So yeah, that's it. Unfortunately, Matty just didn't get a lap in at all. Or a competitive lap. So he's down to P14. Troy though and Fruitful super close. And it's so crucial when you're both teammates, because it's going to be an interesting race between them two, because the undercut works well around here, and it'll be interesting to see whether one tries to go on a different tyre strategy to the other, or whether both will stay on the same tyre. But we got Troy P1, Fruitful 2, Lamo 3rd, Reskepper in 4th, Nels in 5th, Boyd in 6th, and Minion 7th, Jamie 8th, Pera 9th, Alonso 10th, and Jake Prentice falling out of the top 10 in the end. Could improve after his mistake at the pool section. So we have P11, Jay Prentice, Lopez in 12th, Steve 13th, Matty 14th, Wacky in 15th, Olsen in 16th, Volcano in 7th, Marina 18th. 3 guys not getting a lap time done, and it's a disqualification as well for Marina in the end. Don't know why. As we wait for the countdown. So here we go. Let's see what you guys think. Where do you think, who do you think is going to be your top 3 in today's race? Having a look in the comments. Clip the chicane. Volcano binned in turn 1. Steve saying Matty. That's annoying. Yeah. Oh, Matty was 1.6 seconds up. And Not Rapid goes Sue Dutch on top. Yeah. They do the business round here. We've got 17 listeners. If you're wondering where Thomas is, he's in hibernation. Yeah, apparently that's what the Dutch do. No, I'm joking. He is at a concert, so missed him. But he missed me. I was away the week before. We're just taking our turns of being separated from each other. But fingers crossed, we will be back, the epic duo, again next week. For the rest of the season, hopefully. But you never know. Things can happen. But the important thing is, you've still got a stream. You've got me here live, and it's 5 seconds to go before we start the formation lap, and we get to see what tyres each driver has put on. So let's have a look. Tyres, and unsurprisingly, majority go for the medium. Konzo, almost got Fruitful losing the back end there. Konzo is on the soft. He is doing a wizard strategy. But yes, as I thought, the big story for this race, for the start of this race, is the McLaren drivers have gone onto separate strategies. Fruitful is gone for the hard, which is interesting. He's going to try and extend his stint. The problem with that is the undercut is so dominant you can't overtake. So I guess he's going to hope for a safety car later, or a VSC at the point when he needs to pit. That's the only way I can see him overtaking Troy, because he's not going to get the better start with a hard tyre. The other thing is, what I want to know is, will this game have the issues that the previous games had, in that you can't get a safety car around here? You can get a VSC, but not a safety car. It'll be interesting to see whether they still have that glitch. much in the game. But yes, we have got a couple of hard runners. Fruitful is the obvious one, P2, the notable one. We also got Matty, P14, and 17th we've got Volcano. He is starting on the hards as well. So we a little bit of change of tyres. I always think it's risky starting on the hards personally, because it's the beginning of the race is when you're most likely going to get damage, and if you get damage on the hard tyre, you're forced into a two-stop. Whilst if I know if you have damage on mediums early on the race, that's as well. But at least if you get past 9 or 8 laps, so you get past those first 8 laps, you can get the hards finished towards the end of the race. In fact, you could even do it earlier than that, where you just be absolutely knackered. Whilst the mediums, they're pretty much toast really by about 15 to 17 lap. Now we do get not a great camera here, I must admit. Thomas experienced this on Wednesday, on Tuesday, but here we go. 4 lights, 5, and we are go. No, we're not. Now we go at Monaco, and it is a good start by both McLaren drivers. Fruitful is holding ahead of the Red Bull as they go through turn 1. Is there going to be any issues here? Oh, there is someone off in the background. I think it was an Alpine as they head their way up the hill into the casino, coming up to Casino. And it looks good so far in the midfield. I'm making you aware this is the tricky one where you can get a bit of a concertina, and into the hairpin they go. It's all looking tidy so far. Oh, McLaren's getting adventurous, Mercedes rather. That is Volcano, I believe. But I think it was Matty that had the issue in the end. Matty was the one who had the off. But meanwhile, up front, let's have a look. You've got Troy ahead, and he will start to make his gap with the tyre advantage and the temperature advantage as well. And by the way, apologies, I just realised the race is not on in the middle of the night. I don't know how this happened. I did select it, I see it was just done for the quali. But it is going through. So here we go. Holding those guys up. Yeah, the McLaren, as expected, those guys in the background trying to find a way through. Vamo lining up. That one hit. Not so sure. Oh, close. They're all leading up to each other. Did the Red Bull get the wing gap share? The gap pulled away. The problem is the DRS will be enabled now, but it's not really that powerful. Yeah, we've had a few people, I think, behind, to make pit stops. We've got Steve quite a bit behind, Matty, Volcano, Lopez, Marina. Those guys all having to hit. So they're already quite a way down on the rest of the field. Thank you very much, guys, for I didn't realise that. Spectator menu, of course. It's press square. So here we go. You guys can see now. Now Vamo starting to pull away. From the rest of the field. Oh, Williams having a look there. That is a battle for 6th, Minions and Pens. As Troy sets another fastest lap. He's got a 2.7 second lead at the front. But then Williams right up the backside of that Aston Martin. Oh, and a big crash from an Aston Martin. Oh, we got a pile up. It didn't ghost. And the Aston Martin hit Nils. Oh, I think we might have a bit more. Yeah, unfortunately, the AlphaTauri didn't ghost. And we have got a VSC, I believe. Oh, no, it is a safety car. We have a safety car at Monaco. And unfortunately, it's just too early. I mean, can you go on to hards? Lopez is pitting. We've got a few people that have obviously had more wing issues. But yeah, that was, I just missed the beginning of that accident. But the Aston Martin of Nils, I don't know if he was trying to make a move. He hit the wall. And then the Aston of Minions, unfortunately, was an innocent bystander. Now, did Roy or did Pence get wing damage from that? That'll be interesting. Did he avoid the chaos? Yeah, Not Rapid said in Tier 3 and Tier 2 there weren't any safety cars. There was a VSC or two, no full safety car. But listen to the thing. I mean, I've seen that safety car has actually come out. It's I haven't seen a safety car around Monaco in years. So yeah, I was expecting a VSC. We got Refskepper pitting. But yeah, unfortunately, the safety car has come out at a time which doesn't really suit the medium runners, nor definitely not the hard runners. So unfortunately, it's not really. All it's going to do, a positive thing, is it will allow the fields to all catch up again, so it won't be so spread out. Because that is what happens on this track. Unfortunately, people get damaged; they have to pit as the safety car now catches the field. So everyone won't be following a delta time now. Everyone else can just go at their normal pace because the leaders have caught the safety car. So we look, sorry guys, put the spectator menu up. If we look at our winners in position changes. So our biggest winner today so far is Wacky Races with 6 positions gained. The top 3 have stayed. Oh, did I just see Fruitful hit the wall? Oh, he lost the back end. The wing is still intact. I'm gonna have to do a little check on the TAS here. So let's have a look. Damage. No, he's alright. So everyone now has no damage. Yeah, everyone's on 0. I thought for a minute, I think Fruitful had a big scare. But yeah, there's nothing through here at the moment. So I'll say the big winner is Wacky Races. Other than the people that retired, the biggest loser is Refskepper. He is 6 places down. And I'm guessing that is, has he done a pit? Has he done a stop? No, he hasn't. Oh yes, he has, sorry. Did he stop recently? Yes, so Refskepper was the only one who has decided, I mean, it could work. It's lap 6. He will have, I mean, anyone who's starting on the softs, I mean, I'm surprised Konza hasn't pitted, because anyone who'd stop on the softs, you would pit around lap 9, 10, something like that, and go hards the rest of the way. It's absolutely doable on the hards. They're as hard as anything, the hards, shock. They're not that great for grip, but they will last, and their performance is very good. The degradation is not there. So, I mean, it could work. It's a gamble worth taking. The only issue with this track is obviously is you can't overtake so easily, and if you get caught up behind guys that are so much slower, the leaders will be able to make their gap back up anyway, because we expect Troy to be pitting. I mean, now we've got a safety car. Troy may pit lap 17, 18, 19. He might not. He might still stick to a lap 17 pit window. I felt personally it was better pitting earlier than that, because the mediums were starting to go away. However, I didn't have this safety car period that these guys have the luxury of. So I expect the safety car to possibly come in. It may stay out for another lap because we have got Oysen. He is currently still, he's made another pit stop, so he is quite a bit behind. We've still got 3 people trying to catch up with the field, so we may not have, oh we are, nope, safety car is coming in. So Matty, Robbo and Marina will be able to catch up, just about, but unfortunately for Oysen, he is not going to be able to catch up. So let's put the board away, and let's bring up your comments. And here we go. Oh, it was a 10-second penalty for Oysen. He's obviously cut the bus stop, and away we go then on the restart through that turn 1. Perra gets 3 seconds as well. Very spread out already. Old tyres. Going down the hill into the hairpin bend. Oh, we got a yellow, and that's Lopez. How has he done that? That's the same place he crashed in qualifying. Oh dear. And yeah, Lopez. Yeah, I don't know how that's happened. Poor Lopez. Oh, we got yellow in sector 2. And that, I don't know why that is. But anyway, the McLaren drivers starting at the pull away, particularly Troy, already a 1.4 second gap. As we're towards the end of lap 8, the start of lap 9. Marina it must have been Marina and Lopez that had the accident. They're already really far away. Oysen has another cut bus stop. Yellow sector 3. Oh, is that Marina? I think Marina might have hit the wall there. Yeah, he's got no front wing whatsoever. So, yeah, that's not going to be great for him. He does stay, he's not going to retire. Good for you, mate. Good for you. You never know around this track. But Troy doing what he did before the safety car period, and pulling away from the rest of the field. It's never a guarantee around this circuit though. It's a long way to go. It is a long race, this one. 39 laps. Oh, there's no point looking at the lap counter really. Just go down and enter yellow. Oh, it's NASA, Alpha Tauri. It's DRS. DRS was enabled. I think that was Perra. I'm just going to go that way. Yeah, front wing completely gone. Another casualty. Unfortunately for him. And that's going to give Matty another position. Matty's P11. Our fellow commentator, as Oysen still seems to want to cut the bus stop. It's not the right way of doing things, my friend. Just going to see who. Oh, Reskepa's crashed. Has he? Oh no, it's in the pits. Okay, I just missed out why he must have had an accident earlier on. So he is retired in the pits. It's a shame. because he did try. He was the only one who did try to do that early pit stop, but yeah, it's not to be. So that means now everyone else is stayed on their tyre strategy. Oh, Famo so close to hitting the wall there. Coming out the swimming pool chicane. All going Alpha, now Alpine going in the pits. I think that's Marina retiring. Yeah, Marina is also retiring from the race. So we're down to 14. So the closest battles really are the battle for P7 with Wacky right on the back of the Alfa Romeo of Jay Prentice, and he's got Mercedes and Volcano closely following as well. Volcano is on hard tyres. Onso still on those softs. They are 10 laps from now, so he will be looking to pit very soon. I'm sure all yellow. That's an AlphaTauri stopping, and I think that is, well, I actually don't know who that is actually. I think it's one of the guys that's supposed to retire. Oh, look at this, Wacky all over the back off the Alfa Romeo. Now we're down to 12 runners. Oh, it was Pera. Boy, it's just so difficult to overtake around here. You can do it. He's got so much more speed around this section. You just can't dive bomb it. It's just not worth it. But it's almost like all Mercedes having a little look. It's just not a place really, unless, well, very rare occasion you can overtake around there. But here we go. That's not close enough. To back we go, and swimming pool section. He looks really good around this bit. This is an opportunity, but yeah, not close this time. Good on the brakes. And still Conso stays out on those softs, but he's going to start to really lose time very soon. Oh, here we go. I thought so, but yeah, just don't have enough straight there. You have to rely basically on putting your opponent for enough pressure where Mercedes and Red Bull almost make contact. I was going to say, you have to pressurise your opponent into hitting a wall, getting wing damage, and then you can really line up and make a move. But if everyone's got their wings, it is almost impossible. Well, pretty much is to overtake now. Mercedes is starting to get lured in, and he's 5 seconds behind our top 5 as well, and he is going to pit. That 14 is fair play. So Conso is going to pit, put the hards on, and that's good because he's going to get the tyre benefit. And unfortunately, it's too far away to undercut, make positions, but it will protect him. It will protect his position. What this could do is cause a chain of events, because people might want to look at pitting, even the medium runners, in the next few laps, lap 15, 16. You may want to actually pit just to protect yourselves from the undercut, because you can't overtake people. It's actually better to pit earlier, get the undercut, and then hold your position. Yes, you're going to be slower, but it's down to them to try and make the move on you. Troy still out in front, nearly 4 seconds clear. We've got a 4-car battle now. We've got a Haas of Lopez who's a lap down, so he should be a ghost. Yeah, he is a ghost. Oh, Steve's retired. That is a crash at the swimming pool section. And now, is that going to be a safety car or a VSC? It's not so far. We've got 11 runners. I don't think it's going to be, no, it's not going to be a safety car, otherwise it would have come out by now. Yeah, I'm surprised. If I was one of those guys, if I was Wacky or Volcano, well not Volcano, he's on the hards, but if I was Wacky, I would pit. I would look to undercut, and that's how you're going to gain your place. Don't, lap 15 is fine. You can pit now at this lap, and you can make your hards last. Especially after seeing Ponzo pit, I would have personally gone, yeah, you know what, I'm going to pit now. The only way it can mess you up is if there was a safety car. But you can't assume that. You just got to go with what you think is right in green flag conditions. And if I don't see the Red Bull man pitting soon, he's going to be kicking himself. And he stays out again for another lap. We have got a Red Bull in the pits. That was Vamo. He has pitted, and we also had Pens pitting as well. So those guys have dropped the gauntlet early. They have decided to go, and unfortunately they've got Matty Robbo just ahead of them, but they should have enough of a gap where, yeah, they got 2.3 seconds, so they're not going to get held up by him on this lap, and this is what's going to cause a chain of events. Expect the McLaren of, maybe not Troy, because Troy's got a gap, but those two had to do something. Fruitful's under pressure because those other guys could undercut him. And this is the problem with being on the hards, is that he could end up being behind them. And yes, he'll have the medium tyre, but it's just so hard to overtake round here. But yeah, I would now seeing, I mean, Wacky's going to be kicking himself. If Jay Prentice pits this lap, if I was Wacky, I would just stay out then and try and get the overcut done. Hope that with the tyre temps it causes an issue. Here we go, and there you go, Jay Prentice pits. So this is exactly what I'm saying. If Wacky had a pit in a lap earlier, he wouldn't have the problem. But, oh look at this, they're side by side, Wacky and Volcano. It's going to be even worse here. And the Mercedes goes round the outside. What a move from the Mercedes driver. Oh, and that's just added insult to injury to Wacky, unfortunately. He has not used the noggin. He didn't pit earlier to undercut, and now he's lost a position to the Mercedes. They are going to be quicker than the pace of Jay Prentice, but now at Jay Prentice on hards, is that going to all be dished up? Because these mediums, you can see how much they're struggling. I remember it myself, the understeer is really bad. You can see now Volcano has been just let go because the hards don't drop off at all in pace. They're not as quick initially, but they just don't drop off. And Volcano is absolutely flying now. Troy still has yet to pit. And Volcano is like, thank you very much. I'm checking out of this one. And Wacky is so far. Has Wacky got wing damage? Doesn't look like it. And he now pits. And Matty in the end was catching him up on those hards. Yeah, he has got wing damage. Ah, so that's what's happened. Ah, it's a nightmare for Wacky, unfortunately. As Jay Prentice is now going to come round. Yeah, Jay Prentice is comfortably going to go out ahead of the Red Bull with that wing change. And there you go. And the problem is that wing time, it's going to cost me even more time. Oh, we got. Oh, look at this! Vamo and Royk, or Pens, and Jamie now as well, all together desperately trying to find a way through. So we got this battle going on as well. Matty keeping it clean. Matty's doing very well as Troy does pit now. So Troy hits very late, lap 19. Oh, and the Red Bulls hit the wall. Vamo's hit the wall, and that's, I saw the wing. That is proper damage. Now that changed it, and this is the thing, this is what you got to do. You got to put your opponent under pressure to make the mistake. Now Vamo won't pit, but what it's going to do is this will help Matty somewhat, because these guys are going to lose a lot of time with the wing damage that the Red Bull got. Oh, Red Bull doesn't hit. Oh, and Red Bull goes wide, misses the corner, and that allows both Roy, Pens and Jamie through. Vamo's going to be kicking himself. And he's probably going to pit now because there's just no point. He's going to lose so much time. Konzo is coming up to him as well. Yeah, it's one of the he's got big damage as well on that front wing. Yeah, he's going to have to pit. That's probably an orange wing damage right there. And meanwhile, Troy came out P2, just ahead of Volcano. So Troy did enough. Perfect for him. I mean, Improver would have loved for him to be held up, but in the end, Matt was able to just stay out ahead of the Mercedes driver. As Roy Pens and Jamie are at it, 5th and 6th. Matty, oh, the Ferrari spins! Unbelievable! He loses the back end. Luckily, he didn't hit any walls. But he's now fallen behind Vamo and Konzo. And Vamo's not pitting. Vamo's just going to stick to it. He's going to really struggle to get around those corners. So it will only take Jamie one lap to catch up. But back to these guys. But that puts Roy right out of pressure. And Roy's battle now is, I guess, with Jamie. Oh, we got Mercedes. Konzo has crashed. So Konzo has crashed, and that could be a safety car. Now, if that was a safety car, that would really turn it round. But with this, as always with this track, it's quite hard to get a safety car or anything for that matter. And it looks like, again, we're not going to get a VSC or a safety car. Fruitful would have very much liked that, but it's not happening, and the track is already cleared. Wow, so now we have 10 runners. And we are only just halfway through this race. So by my calculations, we will have not many people left. However, I doubt that. I'm only messing. I'm sure there will still be plenty of people left. So that, I don't know if Vamo tried making, Konzo tried making the move, or he just lost the back end. I just missed seeing that, but Jamie now is on the back already of the Red Bull. Oh, look at that Red Bull. It's got no grip whatsoever. And here we go. Oh, and almost, I think what happened, Jamie almost did what Konzo did, where making the move on the inside and lost the back end completely. Vamo might as well pit. I mean, he's going to be 10th in this one. He's going to be 9th in this rate anyway. There's so many laps left to go. I guess the reason why is because he's on the hard tyre. And the problem is, with the game now, you won't have a spare set of medium tyres. So he's forced to stay out until he's got enough tyres, enough laps to put the soft on. That's Jamie up into P6. Pens is getting caught up by his teammate. Sorry, Matty's getting caught up by his teammate. Done so far a very good job. Apart from, first lap he had to do a pit, but was able to catch up after the safety car. And is doing his hard strategy. He will be pitting at some point to put the mediums on. You know, Troy is flying, and even Volcano is not doing too shabby of a lap times at the moment. But Troy has already taken out 3 seconds out of Fruitful's lead, as Fruitful does now pit lap 22. So we'll go to him. He'll be putting on the mediums. Oh, it's a wing change as well. That's why the gap's come down recently. Now, Fruitful has an issue. I think, well, Volcano will get past. Will Matty get past? I don't think so. I think he's going to get away with staying ahead of Matty despite that wing damage. He'll be close, but he'll just... I think he's just going to stay ahead. Oh, meanwhile, the Williams guys are fighting it. This is crucial. I think the McLaren's just going to stay ahead. That would have been a bit of a nightmare otherwise, because that would have actually been a battle for position, because Penn's already pitted. So the fact Fruitful has been able to stay ahead and now be on the mediums, he should be able to get away from these guys quite easily. What it does do is it puts the pressure off Troy, who's been doing excellent so far this season. I'm not jinxing this race, I said this season. Volcano gets 3 seconds, multiple warnings. He's the only one who's still racing that has a 3-second penalty. And this is a position now where we do not have that close field. Now lap 24. Bamo sets the fastest laps. Bamo decided to do a few laps in the soft, I'm guessing. He didn't want to wait until lap 29. Bit smart, because now there's only 10 runners. I mean, I would have waited a little bit later, but there's still a chance of getting fastest lap. Even Lopez, if he wanted to, could save himself and try and get fastest lap at the end. Get an extra point. Matty's done a cracking job on those hards. He must be looking to want to pit soon. So what I'm thinking is two things. Either he wants to pit, he's going to pit very shortly, or he's trying to go all the way to a soft tyre, which I don't really yet. He's better off going for the medium. We got Wacky Races catching up with a familiar foe in Jay Prentice. It's round 2, folks. Get your popcorn ready, because this could be another interesting battle between these two. To back. There you go. And yeah, Jay Prentice under the Kosh now. The gap's within a second. Red Bull will have DRS. Which he does use. Jay Prentice is always famous for being a driver that doesn't run the highest degree of wing. They're doubtfuls. Maybe he is this today because it really is a downfall circuit. Top speed is not a priority. Slowest corner in Formula 1, the Lowe's hairpin, or used to be known as the Lowe's hairpin. Formerly known as the Lowe's hairpin, what's it called now, you ask me, and I will tell you. It is now known as, that's not even up to date either, it used to be the Grand Hotel hairpin. It's not called that anymore, is it? Fairmont. Is it Fairmont now? So J Print is still keeping ahead, but meanwhile Matty Robbo's now under pressure. Ferrari's looking to move down the inside. Oh, Matty shut the door on him. Now that was an interesting one. It looked like Matty was going to leave the door open. A little touch of a barrier from the Ferrari. Oh, yellow in second 3. That is a Williams. That's Pence. Pence has hit the wall. And he's got wing damage. Unbelievable. And that means Pence is going to have to pit from P4. And that now puts Jamie right there in the money spot. I think, you know what, I think Matthew's going to the soft tyre. I mean, he's hoping for a safety car, because then everyone will be pitting around that point anyway. Maybe not. I think Matthew must be going for that soft strategy. Not too far away, he's a couple of laps away. Yellow in sector 1, that is again. Oh, Roy's crashed coming out of into turn 1. So Roy is out of this race, and there won't be a safety car or VSC. But yeah, we now have 9 runners. Kent's going to be very disappointed with that. Some battles here as Troy pits again. What's he doing here? Troy has decided to pit and go onto soft tyres. He's now behind Fruitful. Oh, he must have had wing damage. He must have had to change his wing. Unbelievable. What drama. It must have been wing damage. Because there's no way you pit for fastest lap. What's the point in that? So drama here. Troy has pitted, and I'm suspecting it's because of wing damage. It must have been heavy wing damage. And now we got Fruitful in P1, Volcano in P2. Now Volcano, does he have to pit again? I don't think he does. He has done a stop. Yeah, he's definitely done a stop. If I go to stops, yeah, Volcano's done 2 stops. So Volcano actually doesn't have to pit again. I mean, his heart's going to be old, but he is on course for P2. So Troy is now P3. Oh, and the Ferrari's still trying to find a way past Matty. And to be honest, Matty doesn't have to pit either, because he stopped. Oh, we got a yellow. That is the Haas of Lopez. Because the reason being is Matty pitted for mediums to change his wing, and then during the safety car period he went back onto his hard tyres. So I think Matty actually will try and keep his tyres to the end. So we've got intriguing battles here, and look at the Ferrari, he's lining him up. Oh, and he shuts the door, as you would. Unbelievable here. We've got a real battle on our hands. That Ferrari is getting impatient, and what can happen sometimes is the guy trying to pass does get impatient, and then it's tears flow. So this is it's hotting up now. Unbelievable though, unbelievable. Troy with 10 laps to go. I mean, he's going to eat into that gap. It was 12.5 seconds between Volcano and Troy. Volcano does pit, so he didn't want to risk it. Those 27 laps he's done. So he goes onto the softs. Lopez pits. He obviously didn't want to risk it. Matty is going to risk it. Maybe. Maybe not. As Troy sets the fastest lap off the race. I think Volcano's got the gap. Vamo gets 3 seconds. But yeah, maybe. I think Matty's trying to go to the end here. He's got to be careful because, I mean, for him, I suppose he's thinking at worst, I've got 9th. Well, he's not going to be 9th. He'll be 8th because he's more than a lap clear of Lopez. If he pits, he's coming out in 8th. So I guess for him, he is just thinking, right, I'll go to the end. If I get a puncher, I get a puncher. But he's got 9 laps to try and do. And I've been there, I've had a puncher. I had a puncher in the tunnel once, a couple of years ago, trying to go the whole way after a very early stop. It was a rear puncture. But, enough about me. Volcano looking quick. So the gap between the top two, 16 seconds. Matty gets a 3-second penalty as Jamie has got ahead. They're side by side, but he's not going to have to let him through. So Jamie finally gets that P4. And for Jamie, he's not going to improve any further. But Matty, valiant effort. Great drive from Jamie, fair play. Because now we got a squabble where still Wacky's all over the back here, and the Alfa Romeo had a terrible run out of the last turn of Anthony Noakes. The Red Bull's going to line him up, but it's just so easy to defend around this section. And we're going to have a 3-car battle here for the end, and it's the worst feeling when you got worn hards. You're trying to defend. Oh, they make contact, the Red Bull and the Alfa Romeo, and the Alfa Romeo hits the wall and gets wing damage. The Alfa Romeo is going to be absolutely livid, and I would be. The Wacky, he just got too impatient trying to get a run. Hit the back of the Alfa Romeo. Now, the Alfa Romeo is obviously not going to pit, but this, what it does do, is will give Matty a breather, because it was just about to be a 3-car battle. It's a shame, really. Jay Prentice will not pit. How bad is his wing damage? Let's have a look. Oh, it's bad. Oh, it's a complete wing off. Yeah, he's going to have to pit. Oh, he hits the wall. Yeah, that is... I mean, he can try. But, I mean, if he's able to keep that Red Bull behind, he will be my driver of the day. No, and he pits. That's a shame. But I expect a penalty for Wacky after this race. Such a shame for Jay Prentice. He will lose from what was P6. He will now be dropping down to P8. But it does give Matty a little bit of breathing space between himself and the Red Bull driver. Meanwhile, I think Troy has got wing damage. Hence left the session. Because the gap's not, he's not really eating in to Fruitful's lead. It's 16 seconds. It's either that, or it's just the softs have already lost their pace. Let's have a look on the old TAS. Damage. No, it's all 0 at the moment. But, yeah. So yeah, Troy's just not able to eat at all. Fruitful on the 11 apple mediums, doing a great job pace-wise. As Matty pits, he must have got... Did he get a puncher, I wonder? And so did Wacky. Wacky stopped as well for softs, interestingly. Yeah, Matty goes, I guess. I think it's because I think both realised that they got a gap enough so Matty can still get that 5th spot. And that's right. Matty's still got that 5th place, and now, though, with soft tyres, he won't have to worry. I'm puzzled why Wacky pitted. Because he could have been able to he would have been, okay, I'll take my place off Matty, thank you very much. I do question Wacky's strategy today on a few things. But now that's a great job for Matty. He's got the soft tyre, and he can just keep going. And that is pretty much it, because Jay Prentice is just behind Wacky. Shows you the pace on that soft tyre. Despite changing the wing, in one lap he was able to get that time almost back completely. Oh, and look at this, fair play by the Red Bull. Wacky's allowing Jay Prentice back through. Maybe that is why he did the pit stop. So he's allowing Jay Prentice back through. That's great sportsmanship by the Red Bull driver. It's the least he could do. And at least then it puts everything back to what it was before. Jay Prentice is back in P6. Wacky's in 7th. Matty is in 5th. Which means we only got one more driver on hard tyres, and that's Jamie. Fortunately for Jamie, he's got plenty of we got big enough of a gap over Matty, 26 seconds. I mean, if I was Jamie, I would just stay out. There's no point. You don't need to pit. There's no point. You've got the gap. Just take it easy and consolidate that 4th place. Meanwhile, 16 seconds now is the gap between Fruitful and Troy. 4 laps, or 3.5 to go. And we haven't really shown much of Fruitful, so let's get him on the board while I mean, Wacky has caught closing up back on Jay Prentice, but Vamo's almost about to be lapped here by the McLaren driver. And Fruitful taking it easy, well off the pace of his previous best. Doing a great job. Great job. Let's go back to the battle. Round 3 between Jay Prentice and Wacky Races. Can the Red Bull get past when they're both on soft tyres? Wacky is going to be sick of not being able to make the move. It's given Matty, I tell you what, Matty's been able to do really good pace on that soft tyre. He's got clear daylight. That is your battle at the moment. That's your only battle at the moment. Battle for P6. Tino's. And so we've got 3 laps to go. The leader's about to go 2 laps to go. Because Fruitful is on the main straight now, so he's not far behind these guys here battling out for P6. 2 to go, penultimate lap. Can Wacky get through? I've got a feeling it's not going to be the case. There we go. I think Jay Prentice has been able to match this and keep the threat away. So we're going to go to Fruitful as he is coming up towards the line for his final lap. Will begin his final lap. And fair play, you know, the strategy at one point, and he had to make a pit stop for a wing change as well, which almost allowed Pens through. And it was, at one point it looked like P3 maybe even on the cards for Fruitful, but he has since then kept it out of trouble, and Troy I'm guessing he must have had wing damage, which is why he had to pit again, which has gifted Fruitful this opportunity here to win at the most famous circuit of them all. He's got half a lap to go. Through the tunnel one last time, now the bus stop. Still seemingly, well, it looks like he's pushing it, but I very much, he eclipsed the wall. Don't do the mistakes now, just take it easy. There's no need to go for fastest lap and do a Sebastian Vettel. But it looks like he is. But here we go, final turn, Anthony Noakes from the McLaren driver as he heads towards the line, getting the wheelies, using that ERS, and Fruitful takes the win in Monaco. Fantastic drive from the McLaren driver. He'll be thoroughly happy with that. Troy coming towards the final turn now. He's backed off as well. He will take a P2. He'll be disappointed, but also not too much. He's got a good lead. As Volcano crossed the line as well, not far behind in the end. He did have a penalty, which meant that he wasn't as close as it looked on track. Jamie coming across the line, the only driver left on the hard tyre. Great result for him. And here comes Matty Robbo. A few more corners to go. Fair play, Matty. Go on, one more corner. And P5 is yours, my friend. Even though you got a 3-second penalty, you've got enough of a gap to keep hold of it. Matty takes P5. Jay Prentice is going to just hold on here for P6, and Wacky races behind him for P7. And Vamo crashing before the line. A lap down. Well, not quite a lap down. He managed to stay ahead. But yes, then he got lapped. And that consolidates this race. There we go, there's the podium. McLaren 1-2, but not the way they started. Fruitful with the win, Troy P2, and Volcano in P3. The absolute scenes out of the Principality. As Fruitful takes the jewel in the crown that is Monaco there. Great result. Troy in P2, Volcano P3, Jamie 4th, Matty 5th. Great result for Matty after not having a great quali at all. P14 he started. Volcano started P17 and got to P3. Jay Prentice 6th, Wacky in 7th, Vamo 8th, Lopez 9th, Pens in 10th, unfortunately, with a DNF. Conzo, Steve, Pera, Oysen, yeah. Reskepa, Marina, Minions, Nils, all DNFs, so only 8 finishers in the end. Lopez 3 laps down, and Vamo just avoiding getting lapped. As I will now be sending the invites for interviews Let's get it on. Add players. So we got fruitful. Right, let's just try and invite Fruitful here. Where are you, Fruitful? Yeah, great result there from those guys. As we're waiting. Well, Fruitful is here.
Hello, boys.
Yeah. Well, it's just me, mate.
Oh, hello, mate.
Hello. I couldn't find Volcano's. Oh, he's gone out. I haven't been able to invite the other two. I don't know if you got them. Yeah, if you're able to, that'd be great. I'm just gonna go
Yeah.
to the. Where are we gonna go to? Let's go to the showroom and bring up the McLaren.
Oh my god.
There we go.
Oh, I forgot his name. That stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't expect this, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I,
I
I
mean,
had no practice. I came out of football and I just had to go on with 2 minutes to go. Update. I thought, no
yeah,
way. And I
yeah,
just had to get on. It was such a stressful situation.
yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah, I had the same pretty much on Tuesday. It's the hardest track as well. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, fair play. Yeah, it was a race of two halves really. So, but I'll might as well. I'll start with you, mate. Congratulations on
Yeah,
the
good.
win. That was
Thank you, mate.
it was. I could see why you went for a different strategy on tyre with your teammate because why
Yeah.
not? You know, otherwise you're just going to follow the same suit. And you got wing damage, didn't you, at the end of your stint? Was it? Well, did you get the wing damage at the end of the stint, or was it earlier on and you just had to carry it?
Well, I don't actually want to say it, but I got it under safety car, lap 4. I
Oh,
wanted to warm up my tires because I had to be really aggressive on the tire
was it after
warming.
turn one?
Yep, after turn 1, that
Yes.
was such a slight brush, and I just got wing damage off of it.
Yeah.
But I didn't really mind it, as it gave the car a bit more balance.
Yeah.
I had a bit too much oversteer because it was a TT setup,
Right.
and it just gave me the right amount of balance, and it fits my driving style really well because I drive a lot more with the rear than I do with the
Right.
front.
Yeah.
So I actually didn't mind it. Of course, I do mind a full wing, but this wasn't too bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I thought you. I did just catch you, but I was looking at the task, but the task wasn't giving me any damage. So I was like, okay, maybe you got away with it. But I thought you did hit the wall. But right, that makes sense now, and you were able to
Yeah,
just get out ahead. I can't remember if it was it Volcano or Pens that you were just able to get out
pens.
ahead?
Yeah,
Pens, yeah.
that was
So
really important. Yeah.
absolutely. And after that, it looked like you were going to have to just take home a comfortable P2.
Yep.
But then Troy pitted again, which I'm guessing was because of I don't. I'm guessing it's wing damage.
Yeah, he
Which
he
was
got wing damage out of the last chicane. He lost it on traction.
right.
So
Okay, I see. Unfortunately, I don't think I can get Troy. Well, Troy, unfortunately, but his audio is not. It says his audio is. Oh, I can hear you. I can hear you. It's all good. It said it wasn't. For some reason, it said it wasn't going to be streaming on, but it's fine. But yeah, after that, You, I guess for you, it was just playing it cool and not driving too fast to risk
Yeah,
damage.
no,
It's one of those around
exactly that.
Monaco. It's a tricky
I
one.
saw him going in, and then I knew I had to just be concentrated and drive to the end. I actually got wing damage. Vamu was literally in my sight, so I drove
Yeah,
full on into the wall. That was a bit annoying. I see why he wanted to unlap himself, but that was so annoying.
yeah, yeah. I know the feeling when drivers on lap. It distracts you around Monaco. It's really hard
Yeah,
when you get
and he
distracted by
just
that.
went straight through me as well, so I had no vision whatsoever.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, well, congratulations anyway, mate.
Yeah, thanks,
Great
mate.
win. Always good to win in Monaco, so congratulations.
The best
Um,
of them all, mate.
yeah, yeah, it's it. Yeah, it's the toughest one. It really is.
Exactly.
It's mentally draining. So well done,
Yep. Thanks, mate.
Troy. Brilliant. I mean, you guys were so close in qualifying, by the way. It was ridiculously close with the two of you. I just mentioned there, really unfortunate with the wing damage because it was you had the first 20 laps, well, 25 laps or wherever it was, well, 26, 27, 28, it was 27, I think, were spot on, and then like it can happen to anyone in Monaco. You got wing damage and had to pit again. But more importantly for your championship, it's still a P2. How do you feel about this race today?
Yeah, I guess it's damage limitation. To be honest, I wasn't even expecting to be in the top five. To be honest, coming into this race. So when I got pole, I was I was over the moon, man. Because I hate this track with a passion, man. To be honest. So for me to even be able to lead one lap was crazy. First of all, and yeah, I'm gutted because the win was on, and I
Yeah,
bottled it and it's on myself, But at the same time, going into this race, I was happy with just scoring points and try to minimize the damage I lose or minimize the gap I'd lose in the championship. So a P2 with the fastest lap, maximum points for the team as well is that's amazing, man.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's that's it. You guys have been killing it in the championship, constructors wise and pace wise. It's yeah, you two have been. I mean, this circuit really does prove who's naturally got the pace, even whether you practice or not. The commitment you have, the skills you have, Monaco sort of just shows that, and you two were in another level. Yeah, I know the wing damage that can happen, as both of you proved, like in different scenarios, but still, you guys comfortably were first and second. I know Volcano was relatively close to you at the end, but that was. You pitted twice. I mean, he did pit twice, but he pitted one of his under safety cars. So, yeah, you guys were just another level. So, congratulations, both of you, for P1, P2. Yeah, and on to the next one next week, which will be next Thursday. Hopefully, me and Thomas will be here for that. Well, I will be, but hopefully, I think Thomas will be here next week. So, I know last week I wasn't here. So, yeah, thank you very much for watching and listening today. It's been a pleasure to commentate, and we will be on. I think the AM one is on tonight, but then afterwards we are back on Monday with the EU4s and Contest of Speed. My name's Lewis, aka Racer. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you later. Have a good evening.